Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a fantasy rebuild of the Jets with the new addition of Corey Davis and I believe Carl Lawson. I don't know why the Bengals let Carl Lawson hit free agency and pick up Trey Hendrickson instead. I guess the amount of sack totals. I personally think Carl Lawson is a better player, but that is a little bit off topic at the same time. It also isn't. But Corey Davis is a big pickup, and I'm pretty sure they picked up a couple other receivers, but I don't think it will be able to turn around this team, especially with Adam Gase as a head coach. So anyways, guys, let's get into the team. Here we are with the overlook of the team as we have Sam Darnold. Obviously, maybe he can perform and I'll maybe keep him. Corey Davis here and Jamison Crowder. So two new weapons. Well, one new weapon, and Jamison Crowder has kind of been a weapon, at least for Sam Darnold. D-line looking a little bit better with I think Rankins, I believe. Yeah, Rankins. I don't know why I couldn't see that for a second. Carl Lawson. Linebacking core sucks, and defensive backs have slightly improved. So other than that, guys, it is time to jump into the trades. Here we are with the first trade, trading away McGovern and Fance and a 4th round pick for the halfback David Montgomery, because I cannot rock with Ty Johnson. That's what I'll say about this trade. Next, we're trading away Bradley McDougald, a left guard and a right guard for a 4th and a 5th round pick. It was literally just to remove their cap room. No teams had any interest in these players at all. So here we are with the overlook of the team after the trades, and our O-line, yeah, it sucks. I know it was way worse before, but I think the team has improved other than the O-line being removed. But their cap room was way too high for being way too bad of players. And we also got I think it was LaMarcus. Whatever. Either way, it's time to get into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Kansas City Chiefs, and somehow we are 5-3. That makes no sense as the Patriots are 6-1. I need to see the schedule real quick because that just doesn't make any sense to me. How? So no forced wins and 3 losses in a row, and then coming off a win to the Chiefs. That's interesting. I guess we were undefeated at one point, and it looks like we were 5-0 or 4-0 at one point. That's very interesting, but we are 5-3. So we're going to be looking into the contracts here. We have Marcus May here, and yes, I know he's a good player, but he will start regression next season. So I think I would like to see how he regresses, how much he regresses. And Trey Turner, I guess we picked him up in free agency. I guess the CPU automatically signed him, and I think I would be okay with re-signing him actually. But maybe I want to see how he regresses at the end of the season. But for right now, I guess I will do that. So anyways, guys, other than that, I'll actually, I'll give him a contract. 4 years, I should have, it doesn't matter if it's 5 years. Up the salary, up the bonus, and he is staying with the team because lineman regression doesn't start until I believe 30 years old. Same with quarterback regression. I'm going to look into free agents again to see what else is here. Le'Veon Bell is here. Make him a Jet again, imagine. Golden Tate is here. I'll sign him just to give one more weapon to Sam Darnold, I guess. Larry Fitz, no. Mark Ingram is supposed to be a Texan right now. I don't know why he's there. So anyways, guys, other than that, we have one player to cut apparently. So I guess I'll just cut this guy. It really doesn't matter. So other than that, guys, I'd say it's time to jump into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the New England Patriots, and we did not make the playoffs, somehow finishing 7-9. Went from 7-9 to 5-3. Let's look into the schedule. How did we do that? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Regular season. So we won to the Chiefs last time, and after we won to the Chiefs, we beat the Patriots, then lost, win, lost. Wow, we really just gave up at the very end of the season. That really sucks. So I guess we're just going to look into the stats. Sam Darnold didn't do too bad. Pretty average. 24th best offense. 18th best defense. He doesn't really have a stud team, so I expect him to do average over 4,000 yards, 29 TDs, 13 interceptions. David Montgomery was horrendous. Only 684 yards. Corey Davis, 1,100 yards, 10 TDs, and 1,100 yards and 8 TDs for Jamison Crowder. They did amazing. Defensively, Austin with the most tackles on team and tackles for a loss, going to Carl Lawson with 21. That's a lot. Sacks, 9 for Carl Lawson. He's having a great season. Interceptions, 2 for Marcus May. Safeties on the team is going to be 0, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say it's time to jump into the offseason. Here Here we are in the offseason as the Packers actually beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So we're going to look into the 2020 retirements and looking into the AFC East. Yeah, I believe it is. Julian Edelman retires as a Patriot, but no one on the Jets retires, so that doesn't matter to us. So looking into the re-signings, how much did Marcus May regress? Only 1 overall. I don't want him to have a 4-year deal though. I think, yeah, less the years and then up the salary. Let's see what he gets. He wants to test out free agency. I'm not going to tag him for 11 mil. I'll just let him walk because he is regressing. I don't need him. Golden Tate has regressed 5 overalls. Don't need him either. He's only a normal development. So we're going to look into the team to see if there is any development upgrades and looking into it offensively. Corey Davis now has superstar development is what I can tell. He goes from star to superstar, and I'm just going to give him route apprenticed, and he reach for it. Sure, why not? Doesn't really matter. And David Montgomery stays the same. Of course, he sucked. And also offensively, our tight end, Tyler Kroft, I believe that is, has a star development now, but he's 28, so I'm just going to start Christopher Herndon because he is younger. And offensively, Carl Lawson goes from star to superstar with 21 tackles for a loss and 9 sacks, so that was insane. And our free safety now has star Ashton Davis. Yeah, I don't know how he got that. I didn't see any impressive stats by him, but I guess he did get that, and I guess we will keep him anyways. And yeah, that is LaMarcus Joyner. I don't know why I was blanking out so hard at the beginning of the season. So anyways, guys, other than that, I'd say it's time to hop into free agency. So here we are after free agency, getting Marcus May on a dirt cheap deal and years that I would enjoy. We got Chidobe Awuzie, Casey Hayward Jr., and the GOAT, Younghoe Koo. Of course, he had to return. So this team is looking a lot better. Casey Hayward Jr. will fill a temporary role, if I'm saying that right. I don't know why I'm stuttering over that so bad. But the defense has improved because of Chidobe Awuzie and Casey Hayward Jr., and yeah, I think we need to focus on O-line and linebackers in the draft is the top need. So anyways, guys, other than that, it's time to jump to the draft. So I'm picking up a defensive back here because he was the best player available, and LaMarcus Joyner probably won't be on the team next season. That is why I chose this guy. Next, I'm picking up a QB because Sam Darnold will not get the job done. 71 overall, hidden development, Brian Bingham, brother of Marco Bingham, even though they don't have the same skin color in Brooklyn Bulls. So if you guys aren't aware, Brooklyn Bulls franchise, we have Marco Bingham, a wide receiver. Skin color is not the same, so I guess they're stepbrothers. Fun storyline. It's a stupid storyline. And why wasn't CJ Mosley showing up here before? I knew we were missing something in the linebacking core, and we didn't get to use him for a whole season. That sucks. I don't know why I completely missed him and just completely went over my head. But anyways, guys, defenses are looking a lot better. So anyways, guys, other than that, let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a bye week as we are 3-4. That's honestly what I expect, especially from rookie QB. Third in the division behind the Patriots and the Bills. Looking into the re-signings, we have Jamison Crowder here, and I for sure want to keep him back, want to bring him back and keep him on this team is what I should be saying. 86 overall, superstar development, and he stays with the team after I up the salary. And everyone else here, I just don't have an interest for. Sam Darnold, especially not. And Tyler Kroft is no. Everyone else here, no, unless maybe some of you guys get a development upgrade. But anyways, guys, it's time to jump into the trade block and actually trade away someone. So I'm trading away Sam Darnold straight up for Devin Bush. I did not expect this to go through. The reason why I'm trading Sam Darnold is because he's in his contract year and quarterbacks are highly valued. And next, I'm trading away Frankie Myers and Blake Cashman, a second-round pick for the tight end Dallas Goedert, because they're also in their contract years, and I might as well trade them away. It's unrealistic, but I got who I got. So here we are with the overlook of the team at the midseason mark once again, and looking into it, there are no more players here that I really want to re-sign because I just traded them away. And I traded away Sam Darnold just because he had high value. I did not think that Devin Bush trade would go through. I just wanted to see how much I could get. And Bingham has superstar development, and we're still in the midseason mark, just to let you know. And yeah, I don't think really too much matters. I'll give him roaming, deadeye, and quick draw. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing these superstar development traits and all this other stuff. But Dallas Goedert will be a great addition and another great weapon for our new QB. Moved CJ Mosley to outside linebacker, and Devin Bush is now our middle linebacker. Defense is looking a lot better thanks to those trades. So that was unrealistic, but it's time to jump into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Patriots, not making the playoffs, actually. Interesting. We finished 8-8 behind the 9-7 Patriots and 12-4 Bills. Rookie quarterback did overall solid, not amazing. 23rd best offense and 23rd best defense. He had almost 4,000 yards, 30 TDs, 15 interceptions. David Montgomery, 4 TDs, over 1,000 yards, though. Ty Johnson has more touchdowns. That doesn't make any sense. Jamison Crowder, amazing season for him. And defensively, looking into it, CJ Mosley with the most tackles on the team. Most tackles for a loss is going to go to 10 for Zuniga. I don't know. Same for sacks. He has the most as well. Interceptions is going to be 2 for Casey Hayward Jr. Safeties on the team is going to be, I also see Casey Hayward has a defensive touchdown. 2 safeties for Zuniga and 1 safety for Chidobe Awuzie. Safety, defensive touchdowns, 1 for Casey Hayward Jr. I don't know who Zuniga is, but I guess he's a guy on the team. So anyways, let's get to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Seahawks beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's kind of ironic. Hopefully they actually ran it on the 1-yard line this time. But looking into the AFC East, Emmanuel Sanders retires with the Bills, as that is the only retirement I see for the AFC East, obviously. And looking into the re-signings, I don't see anyone here that I do have an interest for. So anyways, guys, I would say it's time to actually look into the team to see if there's any upgrades and looking into it. Offensively, obviously, the superstar development quarterback, as we saw before, 79 overall, went up 8 overalls in one season. Jamison Crowder, now an 88 overall superstar X Factor, and I don't really think these matter, but sure, I will give it to him. Grab and go and route technician. And looking into it on defensively, CJ Mosley with not with the most tackles on the team. Well, I guess, yeah, he had the most tackles on the team, so he gets superstar development, but he's also regressing at the same time, so I don't know how long I want him here, and I don't know how the Zinga guy didn't get a star dev. I don't know what his name is. Don't come at me for it. So here we are after free agency. Nobody was offering on Davante Adams. He's mine. Literally nobody went after him. Makes no sense. TJ Watt, I wanted that so bad. Wyatt Teller we got. Deron Payne. Leighton Vander Esch. Nobody touched him either. And looking into it, Orlando Brown Jr. as well. That was an insane free agency for us. We had insane amount of cap room. We are an insane team now, dude. Literally, left guard is the only problem on offense. Davante Adams, Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, and the O-line looks insane, dude. This offense looks great. Defense looks even better. I could maybe put TJ Watt on the edge and put him at defensive end and do something about it, but I'm probably going to have to trade away CJ Mosley because he has a high cap hit. So let's just get into the draft. Here we are in the draft, picking up a center, 76 overall, hidden development. Definitely going to move him to left guard because I can, and that will definitely complete our O-line. So this O-line and this offense has been complete, and with one free agency just like that, this entire team is revamped. That just shows you how broken EA is, how broken Madden is. I've seen some players or some teams get completely revamped after one free agency, such as the Patriots, but not this revamped. And CJ Mosley, can I just cut him? Yeah, I can, and I kind of don't really want to take the time to trade him away either because he is old. I don't know what I'm going to do with CJ Mosley. I'll probably cut him, and because he's old, a lot of teams probably won't want him. So yeah, he's 30 years old. I'm just going to cut him straight up. We lose $3 million in dead cap, but we save $17 million, so we get $14 million in cap back. So it is great for us. Maybe improve on defensive backs later on. So other than that, guys, it's time to jump into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Las Vegas Raiders, as we are somehow 3-4. That doesn't make any sense. Third in the division behind the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Corey Davis is here, and we do need to re-sign him, and Carl Lawson and Dave Montgomery. Corey Davis, we don't have a lot of cap. I didn't think we were going to have this many contracts. Corey Davis resigns with the team. Dave Montgomery, Sheldon Rankins, yikes. There's some big names here. So I think I'm going to probably let Sheldon Rankins walk and probably take Dave Montgomery back. I don't think I'll be able to pick him up in free agency for cheaper. I think we'll be in negative cap. So I do resign Dave Montgomery. He immediately resigns. I do want Carl Lawson back as well. So I think I'm going to go after Carl Lawson before Sheldon Rankins, and I will up the salary to make sure I get him, and he does stay with the team. Sheldon Rankins, can I possibly re-sign him? I could. So I'm going to spread out his contract just a little bit, give him a 3-year deal, up the salary a little bit, and he stays with the team, and we get all the players that I actually wanted back. So yeah, that's actually working out perfectly for us. So other than that, guys, it's time to jump into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Bengals, playing the Bengals in the wild card as we finished 11-5. That was quite the turnaround of a season, going from 3-4 to 11-5. We only lost one game after the midseason mark. Okay, and we won the division. That is very interesting. And Bingham, close to 4,000 yards season, 16th best offense, 6th best defense, though. That's kind of what I expected. Bingham, almost 4,000 yards, 28 TDs, only 5 interceptions, though. That's great. Dave Montgomery, 9 TDs. Rookie halfback is 12 TDs. Dave Montgomery, 1,100 yards. Ball distribution was great. I would like it to go to mainly one person, aka Davante Adams. Defensively, Devin Bush with the most tackles on team, most tackles for a loss. 21 for TJ Watt. Most sacks on team is going to be 13.5 for TJ Watt as well. Interceptions 3 for Casey Hayward Jr. Safeties on the team is going to be 1 for TJ Watt, and most defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0. So anyways, guys, other than that, it looks pretty good to me. So I'd say it's time to get into this wild card game and simulate it to see if we can move on to the divisional round and beat the Cincinnati Bengals to move on. Can we do it? Come on, can I please have something else other than a loading screen, EA? Like, simulation takes this long. It should never take this long. We beat them by 3 points here to face the Tennessee Titans, who are 11-5, and I'm actually going to hop into this game. I'd like to see what happens here. We're both 11-5, and we're playing at the Titans Stadium, so let's just jump into it. So here we are against the Titans, and 20 seconds left, 16-21, and that should be the game if I just finish out the simulation. And yes, that is the game as we beat the Titans 21-16 as we're moving on to the Conference Championship. Here we are in the AFC Conference Championship, here to face off against the 11-5 Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm actually going to hop into this one as well to see if we can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Here we are, 28-21, and for some reason my guy wasn't picking it up there. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to see and try to do something. Maybe I'll just simulate it. Yeah, I'll just simulate it to see what we can do, and nope, the Chiefs do not win. Here we are in the Super Bowl to face the 13-3 Green Bay Packers against the 11-5 New York Jets. The team looks pretty great. Looking into the team now to see if there's any development upgrades. Offensively, we look the same, and defensively, it looks like the exact same to me. So that's a little bit disappointing, but I guess it's okay. So anyways, guys, other than that, let's hop into the Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers to see if we can win. So it is 27-27, 1 minute left in the game, running these slants to see if I can make something happen here against the Packers. You're going to send the running back upfield, Davante Adams, easy slants, and I think that will convert us on 3rd down, so I'll let the simulation take over after that. And yep, we are good, and look at that, we got a touchdown. 34-27 is going to be your final score as we do end up beating the Packers in the Super Bowl. So I accidentally skipped the Super Bowl MVP, but according to the Player of the Week, it looks like it's going to be David Montgomery is going to win the Super Bowl MVP. And David Montgomery honestly isn't that good on this team, so I was kind of surprised by that. But looking into the 2022 retirement, looks like our 3rd-string tight end did retire. Unfortunately, oh no, our team won't ever be the same without him. But I guess he retires on top, so it's good for him. Everyone else here I don't have an interest for. So anyways, it's time to get into free agency. Here we are in free agency, obviously with negative cap room, with the amount of players that we have and with the amount of studs that we have on this team. So anyways, let's just get into the draft. Here we are in the draft, picking up a 72 overall, a hidden development defensive back. He's not going to be that useful, but I guess he'll be semi-useful. So this is the overlook of the team for the 4th and final season. So this is actually going to be a super big deal, and looking into it, offensively we are just absolute stud-like, and defensively I think we better maybe. Let me know down below in the comments if I can ever stop stuttering. Let me know down below in the comments which is better, offensive or defensive. And do you guys want more realistic rebuilds or more fantasy style rebuilds? Either way, I'm trying to adjust some specialists here. Defensive backs have kind of gone downhill a little bit. But anyways, guys, on that, it's time to get into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are coming off a loss to the Bills, but we are 6-2. That is absolutely amazing. 2nd in the division behind the 6-2 Buffalo Bills. Highly contested division because the Patriots are also 5-2. Mekhi Becton, Quentin Williams, all these other players here I don't need to resign because it is the final season. So anyways, guys, let's just get into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Bills once again as we finish 11-5 here to face the Las Vegas Raiders as they are 8-8, 2nd in the division behind the Patriots. And Brian Bingham finally has a good season in yards, not so much in touchdowns, 5th best offense and the best defense in the NFL. And looking into it, Brian Bingham with 400 and 4,300 yards. I don't know what I was saying. Dave Montgomery did pretty solid. Devontae Adams over 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. Jamison Crowder had 10 TDs. And defensively, Chidobe Awuzie with the most tackles on the team, most tackles for a loss, 13 for TJ Watt, most sacks on the team, 14.5 for TJ Watt, most interceptions on the team, 2 for Chidobe Awuzie, not very many interceptions, and safeties on the team is going to be, if I can actually look at it, 0. Defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0 as well, which is a little bit surprising considering we had the best defense in the NFL. Not very impressive stats. We're going to simulate this wildcard round to see if we can beat the 8-8 Las Vegas Raiders to move on to the divisional round, and if we do, I'll probably just simulate the divisional round as well. We beat them 28-17 here to face the division rivals, the 12-4 New England Patriots. Let's see if we can beat them as well as we do, 24-21. I'm going to simulate this conference championship against the Ravens, considering we already won the Super Bowl, so it doesn't really matter to me. And we do, 22-20, and we're going to be facing off against the Dallas Cowgirls in the Super Bowl. And I think I might just simulate this one too and let simulation completely take over. But looking into this team to see if there is any development upgrades offensively, we look the exact same, and defensively, looks like Leighton Vander Esch has an upgrade. I wish offensively we could make the offensive line's dev ups like go up actually, because I've never seen a development upgrade for an offensive lineman. Never seen it, even if they had 0 sacks allowed in the season. It's very frustrating to look at. But anyways, guys, I think I'm actually gonna hop into this game against the Dallas Cowgirls to see if we can beat them in the Super Bowl. Here we are against the Dallas Cowgirls, and I am actually just going to simulate to the end of the game. 6-0 so far, 6-7 in the second quarter. Looks like they're driving down the field. No, we were driving down the field. 14-9 now in the third quarter. 21-9, 12-21, 19-21. We are not about to choke this lead. 28-19 in the fourth quarter. 26-28 will be your final score as the New York Jets are 2-time Super Bowl winners. Back-to-back Super Bowl winners, and this time Brian Bingham is Super Bowl MVP, 254 yards, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions, 76.7% completion rate. Wearing number 5, Joe Flacco, legend and GOAT. But still, let's get back into the team. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys all for watching as we are back-to-back Super Bowl champions with this fantasy rebuild of the New York Jets. And honestly, trade logic has gotten a lot worse because QBs are so highly valued that we can get someone like Devin Bush straight up. And if you guys want me to make a series on the easiest players to trade for at certain positions again after the update, let me know down below, because this is just insane what we can do with these kinds of teams. So anyways, guys, other than that, I thank you guys all for watching, and apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.